Skandal koji je prošle godine obilježio sportski svijet bila je vijest kako je poznati golfer Tiger Woods seksualni ovisnik koji je unatoč naizgled skladnom i mirnom braku slobodno vrijeme provodio sa brojnim ljubavnicama koje su na njegovu nesreću istupile u medije. Jedino što je Woods mogao napraviti je prijaviti se u kliniku za seksualnu ovisnost, pa smo upravo jednu takvu posjetili u Los Angelesu i ekskluzivno za Red Carpet saznali neke šokantne detalje o seksualnim ovisnicima.
People who are sex addicts devote their lives to the pursuit of a sexual high. So they are hunting, chasing, predatory in their looking for sex all the time. This is the primary focus for them.
Do you think that this problem became more popular after Tiger Woods' case?
Absolutely, more people were talking about sex addiction because of Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods went into a sex addiction clinic. So that's where he went. He didn't go to a general facility for treatment. But, you know, we were talking about sex addiction when Bill Clinton got caught. We were talking about sex addiction. We talk about sex addiction whenever a good-looking person who has money and resources, who could get anyone they want, goes out there and does crazy things with sex. Like George Michael, the musician, getting arrested in a park restroom.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Do you think that Bill Clinton had sex addiction, or it was just one case that he had one affair?
You think about it, you know, here is an attractive, very powerful, successful man who is being investigated at that moment for having sex with an intern, and he's having sex with an intern. This was not one sexual act, this was many sexual acts over a period of time. And that's when we question sex addiction. We don't question sex addiction when it's one affair or one prostitute, or we question it when it's a long history and when that person has so much to lose and they do it anyway.
Taman dok su se siroti Amerikanci ponadali da im je dosta političke sramote, prije 3 godine američku političku javnost potresla je još bolesnija seksualna afera. Ovaj put sa senatorom Idaha, Larryem Craigom, koji je zbog svoje afere bio uhićen te za razliku od Clintona morao podnijeti ostavku.
Larry Craig was caught in a restroom having sex with strangers. I think he was trying to have sex with a police officer. You know, it may well be that he's a repressed homosexual and that he was trying to live a life of a married man and then sneaking around and having sex. I don't know whether he was a sex addict or not, but certainly he was living a secret double life, one that, and this is very typical of addicts.
Do you think that Tiger Woods case was just a good PR?
Everyone goes to treatment to look better. Everyone goes to treatment to get out of trouble. Whether it's your wife who's angry at you or the media that's after you, you go into treatment trying to avoid looking bad and trying to look like you're trying to be pious and make it better.
At the end, he ended up divorced. So does that mean that he was not healed?
Well, people get divorced to go through treatment. I mean, the successful outcome of treatment is not necessarily to stay together, it's to stop the behavior. They're not in it for the sex act. They're in it for the hunt and the chase and the looking and the phone numbers and the porn, and they want to lose long periods of time to the excitement of what might happen.
How does the treatment looks like?
Treatment is having, number one, complete honesty. Who have you been sexual with? Where were you sexual? How many times? Did you use protection? You know, does your wife know? We want to know all. We do a lot of detective work.
We ask them to abstain from all of their sexuality for a period of time. Often it's 30 days. But the idea is so that at the end of that, they can identify really what is healthy for them, what is unhealthy. We want them to re-experience the phenomenon of desire.
Addicts are good liars. And addicts who have had treatment are even better liars because they now know everything that they're supposed to say.
When famous people come in, there's a certain entitlement that comes with them, and they've been able to get by with a lot of behaviors until usually there's a crisis. But once they come in, they become like everyone else. They run through the same program.
So how do you protect privacy of celebrities that come here?
The privacy in America, the privacy of anyone who comes into a therapy setting is protected. Like, I work very hard for a license. If I go on TV and I say, I saw this person in treatment, or I go to dinner and I say, guess who was my patient today? I'll lose my license.
What we're really striving for is the idea to not have any triggers for our clients. And anything can be a trigger, whether that's cleavage, whether that's bare skin, open toes. We have clients who have fetishes that are particularly interested like in one body part that are triggered as much by, breast size or shapeliness or non-shapeliness.